Welcome to the Tell Your Friends podcast. This is season 3, episode 6 here, NFL week 4. Drew DeSalle here, coming at you live from the Bird Street studio. Sitting across the table is our boy, Mikey Jeet Cyberg. What up, Mike?
Hey, how we doing? Back. Good to be back after a 2-week hiatus.
Hey, you had a
I
little
can't hear shit over here.
You had a little bye week, huh?
I had a bye week. What went on when I was gone? I missed it.
Well, the house didn't go to shit. I took decent care of it.
Yeah, it's still standing. That's a good sign.
Yeah, nothing stinking up the joint, no filth growing, and somewhat clean.
Great. Feels good to be back.
But you were down what? You got to go on field for what? Giants and Buccaneers. That was sick.
On the field, the result was not ideal, but on the field pregame, saw our boy Odell, saw our boy Warren Sapp. Got to shake his hand. Looks good. Slimmed out and looking stout.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I've never had the chance to be on the field. That's a great experience. But the team, the Giants, you guys got your work cut out for you this season. I'm still saying I think you guys will be all right.
I think football season is over in New York. But, hey, we're just having some fun now.
Well, at least you got, a little excitement with the baseball. We're going to get into it here a little bit. But, big news here for the folks. We're going to debut the first power rankings of the season.
Yeah, we got the first power rankings loaded up here. Excited to dish them out.
Yeah, big episode. So tensions are running a little high here in Bird Street, right? We got Yankees versus Twins here in the wild card game. What are you thinking?
It is 7:24 on Wild Card Tuesday. We are a mere 43 minutes away from the first pitch. Yeah, tensions are high. It's my whole sports year could be over in a matter of 5 hours here. So hoping to get the W. Feeling pretty good about the game. It's going to sound awfully stupid if they lose and you listen to this tomorrow. But right now I'm feeling okay. And
pitching matchups, what? Severino
and Irvin Santana.
Okay.
So hopefully by the time you hear this, we're gearing up for Cleveland tomorrow night. And if not, those damn Twins played a hell of a game.
They make them turn right around and play a game the next day?
Well, I'm figuring if you're listening to this on Wednesday, but tomorrow that'll mean Thursday.
Okay, that'd be the next matchup. And then the other wild card game, the NL wild card game, does that happen tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the NL wild card division rivalry between the Rockies and Diamondbacks.
Nice. Well, good luck, Jeets. I know all the stress and anxiety that comes with those wild card games. My Pirates, the Buccos, have been through that plenty of years and, break my heart and everything. But,
yeah, familiar spot. Hey, thanks.
All right, we're going to kind of jump into our matchups. We got a little bit of a big news clip, a debacle that happened on Monday Night Football that was awesome. So first matchup here, we got Aaron's team, who's Bonesaw, versus your boy Bird Street U, Mikey Jeets.
How you doing? We got ourselves a first W on the board.
Yeah, big congrats to you, my man.
Hey, thanks. I'll take it any way they'll come. I was getting nervous going into this Monday night game. What's his name? I was going to say Carson Wentz. What the hell's this guy's name?
Who are you thinking about? Quarterback for somebody? Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins is throwing dimes. Hey, I'm not alone.
He's pretty forgettable, huh?
His owner can't even pronounce his name right. He calls him Kurt all the time. He's throwing dimes all over the field, though. I'm thinking, oh boy, this is gonna suck. I'm not gonna get 4 points out of this KC defense, which was all I needed to beat Bonesaw this week.
Right. So that's the setup. Sybie, he needed 4 points. Bonesaw was done. Sybie, everything's done. He just has Kansas City's D, needs 4 points going into Monday Night Football. And these defenses this year are all over the place. People are getting 20-point games or -6. It's so hard to predict these defenses in these games.
They suck. But yeah, happy to get the first W.
So this all came down to the final play, as some people may have seen or may have known, right? I'm curious, were you passed the fuck out? Were you already sleeping? Or did you see it live?
Oh, yeah, I read about it in the paper this morning. And by the paper, I mean online. I didn't even know that that's how it happened. I just saw, oh, nice. They got the points that I needed. Without care.
Hey, that's better than the people that are in the opposite, like a Bonesaw. I'd love to get his take if we got to get a soundbite or something next week from him.
You know what? You're almost better off not seeing it. I would have gone to bed thinking, or I would have been watching it thinking, fuck, this is over. I'm not going to get these points.
Yep.
And then you wake up happy.
So let's try to get the sound clip in here for what happened.
To force Kansas City to score a touchdown to win. Jamison Crowder, here come the laterals. Back to Cousins, who cannot catch it. It's on the ground. Picked up by Jordan Reed. Now Thompson. Kansas City has it. This might be meaningful to some. Houston scores a touchdown.
Last play of the game. I'm laying in bed. I'm watching this. I'm dozing off. My eyes are closing. The play doesn't really matter. You're assuming the game's over. And then all of a sudden, chaos. Fumble. Kicked around. This guy's got the ball. Possession's changing. Who had it last, right? And my phone just starts blowing up. I got probably 100 text messages from separate group threads all on point scoring and fantasy and what does it all mean and stuff. It was electric.
I'll tell you, actually, I still haven't even seen it yet, but from what I hear, it messed up some Vegas lines. It messed up the over-under. It messed up the spread.
You know, it was the most unconsequential play and had such big implications in the betting world and in fantasy. So the spread or the betting side of it, right? The Chiefs were 6.5 or 7-point favorites. The over-under was set at 47.5. So that play, that defensive touchdown for the Chiefs, swung it from the Redskins covering and being under to over, and now they're not covering. So everybody that was winning their bet until that play lost, and they weren't losing the bet the rest of the game. It was the only play that swung the bet, which is fucking insane.
Hard to get excited over a fantasy football week when someone probably lost their house over that.
Yeah, I know. And another big piece of this that not everybody's noticing or pointing out, right? So there's a -2 that gets assigned to the Redskins player that last touched the ball. So in this case, it was Chris Thompson. And I don't know if they're going to stat correct or change it, but it's very iffy on if he had possession or not. Now, who had the ball before him was Jordan Reed, who also would have been owned by fantasy people and also would have big implications. So Jordan Reed kind of tosses it back over to Christian Thompson. He maybe has it and loses it, and it gives -2 to Chris Thompson.
So stay tuned for Thursday. I guess I don't know if our league has any impact in that, but keep your eye out for that. Chris Thompson and Jordan Reed owners.
Yeah, wild as fuck. It impacted my Pittsburgh lead, that one. That -2 lost a week for somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But anyways, another interesting tidbit in this week is Bonesaw just missing high player of the week. He had Cam Newton stashed on the bench, who went for 36.
Yeah, this is gonna be a first for our league. Making this rule clear. I think we did a good enough job week 1, but your high player of the week must be on your starting roster. So Bonesaw had the high player this week with the 36 points out of Cam Newton. But unfortunately, those 36 points went to waste in his bench. And probably would have been, that's a double burn, because that probably would have been enough to win the week as well.
You hate to see it.
Well, not if you're me. I'm sitting here saying you love to see it.
Another thing in this game, or another thing in this related to this matchup, is Derek Carr, who got injured. So that impacted a lot of fantasy owners, or is going to impact them for the time that he misses, or even Amari Cooper or Crabtree owners. But Jeets, you still got him wasting away, tucked nice and safely on that bench. So maybe it's finally enough for you to drop him, or who knows if you're going to hold on to him.
Yeah, I better hope this Aaron Rodgers bye is still a few weeks away. Otherwise, I might have to get rid of this guy. That'll be good news for you, who has been floundering for a quarterback for the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm just, carousel, in and out, get the job done week to week. Let's move on to the next matchup. We got not Theon Tyreek, Mr. Nick Webb, Mr. Game of Thrones there. Jon Snow. Am I getting hip on the game? Just Jon Snow? That's Game of Thrones,
That's
right?
a thing, but I'm not really a big Thrones guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get better at it. Webb versus Jones and for some ice. So we got our boy Mikey Viggs over there. So Zeke and Mike Evans, good days. They lift Nicholas Webb to victory. Weird defense, special teams in this one, Mikey. 19 points out of Houston for Webb, 20 points out of Seattle for Viggs.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's a nice bump for both of them. But it looks like Webb just rolled along in this. And he actually texted me after this game saying he wants to make this league $500 next year. I think he thinks he has this one in the bag.
Very confident.
Very confident, which is surprising coming after the draft. And remember Maffitt's his disappointment in this squad.
And that goes, and we've said it before, but that goes back to the Zeke Elliott. He really lucked out on that Zeke Elliott pick and having him available. Anyways, in the matchup, Viggs, he had Lamar Miller, 2 touchdown day for him, so good week. He was all part of Houston steamrolling over Tennessee, which I'm not sure a lot of people predicted, but Deshaun Watson looks good down there, man.
And there's your dud, Chris Thompson, who came up with the 1.7 points, and they actually did give him the fumble lost.
Yeah, they definitely gave him the
no
fumble
impact
loss.
in our league here.
Right. All right, next up we got 10 inches of cock. So Mr. Stephen Pedley, DAP product specialist, versus Dick's Girthquake, our man, fucking Nolan.
And would you look at this worm burner?
What do you mean?
Crazy. 103.88 to 103.04. That's
Tight.
got to be our closest match of the year.
Tight.
And not to mention, both not very exciting scores here. 103 in a PPR league is not exactly lighting the color guard on fire.
I completely agree. And I was looking at it though, and you can't really say, oh, this one person killed him. Like, just everybody had mediocre weeks, and it's kind of what it ended up in. But Nolan found himself, he was down 9 points going into Sunday Night Football. He only had Chris Carson left to play. Seahawks versus Colts in that matchup. Carson gives him just enough, and like we're saying, fractional points on the W. Carson gives him just enough and goes down and breaks his leg, and now he's headed to the IR. So pretty crazy matchup for finish to that one even.
The squeeze play, and Nolan finds a way to pick up another win, 4-0. Winner's going to win, and he keeps on rolling. But his running backs, you're right, going down, like dropping like flies.
Exactly. Pedley had Mariota go down, so he loses him with the hamstring injury. I heard Brandon Whedon is maybe trying out or going to go over, potentially spot start for the Titans, so that's pretty crazy.
Good luck with that.
All right, next up we got my squad. We got Dunder Mifflin Inc. versus maybe this year, Mr. Tim Hartnett. Maybe a rivalry week. I don't think we can officially call it a rivalry week, but definitely a good matchup. Two good fantasy squads this year.
And a sad scoring performance by Mr. Hartnett, 86.
Yeah, he had less than 60 points left going into Monday Night Football. A lot of meat on the bone, as they say.
Yeah, and you had a nice week. You had another solid week. Your team is really rolling right along. What's that, your third straight win?
Love it, man. The squad's rolling. We're clicking. We're gelling. But I lost Delvin Cook. ACL injury goes down, so that's a huge blow. You know, he was a really good player this year so far.
Yeah, the running back market is once again proving thin. Seems like every year you're into these third and fourth string running backs, and I can guarantee there's about a dozen names out there right now that we don't even know about that are going to be these hot starters coming up in 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna put a prediction here. I'm gonna say that the Giants running back Wayne Gallman will be a hot commodity in the next 3 weeks.
Nice. Yeah, somehow CJ Prosise is like always relevant, and he like fucking sucks meanwhile, you know?
Yeah, I just saw that this Carson guy is starting for Seattle. I've never even heard of this guy. This
Carson
is probably
Sue
why
got
my
hurt.
team is 1-3.
Carson Sue he got hurt. Now he's on IR for broken things. So they got, I think his name's McKissick, who kind of looked good. They got CJ Prosise. They got Lacey. You don't know who's going to even do anything. And then Montgomery for Green Bay, he's a little iffy too, but we're getting a little off topic, a little off the rails. One last point we had related to the matchup. You know, Tim had Tom Brady, who was getting him high player of the week, high team of the week, you know, putting up huge numbers. Brady finally came back down to earth with like 20-something. And Tim also had that Cleveland wide receiver, that Higgins, who he put in and start, hurt him, gave him a goose egg. So Tim has a solid squad. Not a great week for him, though. I was happy to take him down.
Nice job. And we got rivalry week coming up next week. The Bird Street Blues going at it.
That's right. You and me, baby. You're going fucking down.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. I think I'm up in the preseason point totals, although I guess it's probably some bye weeks thrown in there.
The preseason point total?
The predictions.
Oh, I got you. All right, next up, we got our shootout of the week.
High team of the week, too. And this is probably what you would call your rivalry week as well.
Yeah, you got O's your daddy. So you got O-Dog versus Titties. Pretty fucking tough week to play O-Dog, I would say, huh?
O-Dog's proven consistent week in and week out. It's surprising that he's 2-2 because I feel like every time I look, he's getting high team or high player.
Yeah, his squad put up 143. But this is also so fucking high. This is also high player of the week. Maffett had Lev Bell, which because of the caveat of Bonesaw not starting Cam.
High player of the week.
High player of the week with 35 points.
Yeah, so congratulations, boys. This is our money matchup of the week as they both got paid out this week.
Yeah, I think that's the first time that's happened too, which is interesting.
It's definitely the first time. I'm still waiting, and I'm sure this is bound to happen at some point, for the first team to collect all $30. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. You would think that the team with the high player. Mm-hmm. So we're 4 weeks in. That still hasn't happened yet.
That'll no doubt happen.
I bet it happens with Webb, Zeke Elliott, and the team. That's what I'm predicting.
That's very probable. Also, the Lev Bell here won. I could see the Lev Bell happening. But Adrian Peterson, Maffitt had AP starting, put up less than a point for him. That's kind of what ended up burning him.
Oh.
Russell Wilson, Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Kelsey, all with 20-plus point performances for O-Dog. So really solid week for him. And try to get a little soundbite in here from O. This was late last week. We're hanging out at Home Slice. Got a little soundbite. Sounded like he's looking to shop some guys here. All right, we're live here in Home Slice just before Kickball Thursday, sitting here next to Maffitt and our boy O-Dog. Start talking a little fantasy football here. O-Dog, sounds like you got some guys that you're looking to move, huh?
Yeah, you know what, guys? I've been thinking. I got my tight end section is stacked. I'm ready to shop my tight ends. I'm looking for a running back. Any and all tight ends are on the shopping block, so let me know, boys. Running back for O's Your Daddy.
There you have it, fellas. You say you need a running back?
Running back.
All right, running back for tight ends. Boys, get on it. I know somebody that's going to be taking that advice is definitely Bonesaw. So that's O-Dog.
Okay,
Says,
that's fine. I'm in the market.
it says looking to move tight ends for running backs. Jeets, you gonna make him an offer?
It's possible. I got to evaluate his team. I don't know. I guess I could use a tight end. I don't know. He should be swinging deals with Bonesaw. He's been itching for a deal.
The RBs are a high priority now with all the injuries, like we were just talking about. So it's interesting. There's definitely going to be some waiver wire activity for those. And then maybe if somebody's got a golden nugget, they can get some value for it.
Did we take note of our first trade of the year?
Who was our first trade?
I believe it was Nolan and Viggs swapping tight end Delaney Walker with wide receiver Sammy Watkins last week.
Nice tidbit. I feel like I saw
we're
an
on the
email
board.
about approving that or something.
Yeah, something came through last week, and it went through.
Nice.
So congratulations on getting your first trade of the weekend. We'll see if O-Dog and Bonesaw can rattle up a few more.
So are we ready for the very anticipated?
The highly anticipated first power rankings of the year. I'm ready. I'm going to go.
Oh, baby.
I can't remember if I always go backwards if I start from 1. I'm going to start backwards. I'm going to actually put myself in the 10 spot just because I like having the room to grow. And
You're trending
yeah,
up.
I think I stole one. I lost to 0-3 Viggs last week. I think I stole one this week. But yeah, I think hopefully by next week I'll be on the rise. I'm in 8th place, but for now I'm keeping myself in the 10 spot.
You're trending up. Get a little streak going.
So coming in at number 9, I got last week's winner, jonesing for some ice.
Viggs.
Clearly not looking great early on, but we'll see if that trade can bounce his stock up.
The Allen
And these
Robinson.
change.
Allen Robinson injury hurt him.
Yeah, for sure, but it's seemingly everyone's going to have some type of injury, so you got to push through.
Nope.
And moving on to number 8, Aaron's team, Bonesaw, off to a very slow start.
Weird to see him not pushing a trade through yet. I think that's in the near future.
You know, you can't insult people's intelligence with these trade offers. Bonesaw's offered to be on the show, so we're going to try to get him on here either in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, we need him on the show, and I think it's funny how he's confusing people with, who is he? Because everybody's telling Aaron about the trades. They think they're talking to him.
Whoa. Sound the alerts. We have breaking news.
Okay.
Breaking news as I say it right now at 7:40 on a Tuesday night.
Yeah?
This is comes from Tim Maffitt,
Okay.
who, by the way, is our 7th ranked team on the power ranking, so this
Very
fits
timely,
nicely.
very
Fits
timely.
very nicely. Just giving everyone a heads up, there's a huge rumor that a massive multi-team, multiplayer transaction is on the horizon.
Whoa. This is great timing.
Fantastic timing.
Is he spilling any details, or is it?
No details, just giving a heads up.
I love it, and I don't think I'm involved because that's news to me, and I don't think you're involved because that's news to you. So
Now, I'm not sure if this says hush rumor. It says hush rumor, but I'm not sure if it means huge rumor. If it says hush rumor, I just announced it over these airwaves.
well, fuck it.
But you guys won't hear this till tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled for a deal in the making. It's currently going on under all of our noses.
All right, so that's Maffitt at 7.
So now we'll really see if these power rankings start to change. But number 6 spot, we're going to give it to Stephen Pedley's team. Just the epitome of mediocrity here.
Middle of the road.
2-2, getting things done, but not really blowing anyone's face off. Almost stole a win against the 4-0 Dick's Earthquake. But we'll move on. Number 5, maybe this year, Tim. this was an iffy one between these two. He's also 2-2. He's had some big weeks, had some huge players with Kareem Hunt, but this week's 86 points was tough to swallow.
Yeah, the Hunt Brady combo is super dangerous when those guys both hit. So it'll carry him pretty
It's
well.
deadly. This next one might cause some controversy. Number 4, the 3-1 Nicholas Webb's team.
He's got Zeke, man. I mean, that's huge for him.
That's huge for him, but I feel like there's still some rumors he's going to be gone for 6 games. Is that done yet?
I think you're right. It's not technically out of the woods. It seems like it's going to loom all year, but I see him playing all year. I mean, I don't know why they would, jump in mid-season and say, okay, you can't play anymore now.
It'll be interesting. That's why I put him at 4. We'll keep a close eye on that as we go through. So let's get to our top 3. If you haven't heard your name, you know you're in the top 3. So congratulations to our bronze medal winner of week 4, O-Dog.
Nice.
Again, consistency in his week-to-week progress. Despite the fact that he's 2-2, he's really been impressive with the scoring. So we put him at 3. I think there's a lot of room for him to grow. I think he's going to go on a little run here.
Yeah, O-Dog's got a good squad. Maybe he's making a trade. Maybe he's in the multi-team deal there. See if he shakes it up. It'll be interesting.
So I have 2 names left. You see yours. If I tell you who's 2, and one's going to be obvious, so maybe I'll just tell you who number 1 is. I
Okay.
think that one's obvious too.
Okay.
So I'm giving number 1 to our only undefeated team, Nolan, 4-0, despite a slow week at 103 points and some injuries. And congratulations to you for number 2. I mean, you're definitely... You could easily be 4-0. I mean, I feel like your loss was an injured Odell Beckham and one that you almost snuck away with anyway. So,
Yeah, Nolan's got a great squad. He's had a really good team last year, I feel like. And I'm happy about my team. I think we're playing well. We're doing good. Definitely a big question there at running back. I got some guys on the bench I'm maybe plugging and playing. Maybe I'm doing a pickup. Maybe I'm going to make one of these deals with these guys. But I feel like nobody's out of it just yet. It's so early in the year. I mean, even you putting yourself at the bottom, Jeets, like, you can put some wins together, man. I feel like everybody's got a good shot. The defenses are playing crazy. The quarterback plays playing crazy this year. I'm having fun.
yeah. So it's gonna be a fun week 5, and we'll keep you posted with the power rankings.
So what do you got? Is anybody writing you in this week? You got any mailbag stuff, Jeets?
So I did forget to send out an email blast to the team. So last minute, frantically, I texted Webb, said, "Give me a mailbox suggestion." And I was fortunate that my good friend Nicholas Webb was able to do so.
What do you give you?
So he wants to know our thoughts on Tiger Woods' new piece.
Tiger Woods' new piece. So is that like he's got a new driver, a new girl? He's got a new...
It's not a driver. It's definitely a girl. And I'm actually looking it up right now. I got to see what this girl looks like. I forgot to do this.
I have no idea.
There's a
who
whole
this is.
gallery here.
Do we have a name?
Erica Herman.
Okay. What would I know her from?
I don't know.
Herman. How are the views looking? She looks short.
Which is great, but a lot of pictures with sunglasses on. That can be a little misleading. Always.
The restaurant manager who seems to be dating Tiger Woods. Interesting. So it was really all this President's Cup stuff where she came out.
I haven't seen one picture of her without sunglasses on.
Yeah, me neither. I think we're going to need to review this further. She's probably cute.
Let's put it under further investigation.
I mean, Tiger's no doubt fucking crazy, right? Can we agree on that?
Well, here's the thing with a Tiger's new girlfriend. You have to be willing to do fucked up shit. You have to be willing to get peed on.
Oh, jeez.
So if you're going into this relationship, I have to go in assuming that this girl likes getting peed on.
We went from no idea who this girl is to now Jesus. Hot
But this
takes.
is just a staple of being Tiger Woods' girlfriend. You think Lindsey Vonn wasn't a freak in the sheets?
Mikey Jeets hot takes. I fucking love it.
Which brings me back to my old point from week 1. Did you see Tiger Woods' dick yet?
I will not look at that. I'm not a big fan of checking those things out.
Sometimes you got to look. You got to bite the bullet.
Anyways, I hear big things. Let's just say that.
And he also threw this one in. Are the Giants going to get the number 1 pick in the draft this year?
Oh, because they're sucking?
They are 0-4. They're one of 3 or 4 0-4 teams. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say unfortunately they're going to tread the line of mediocrity all season. I see them beating the Chargers this week, getting a 1-4. But look for this team to go 7-9 or 6-10.
Yeah, I feel like we got to quit harping on you for the Giants sucking. I mean, it sucks enough.
That story's going to get old, isn't it?
Right, it sucks enough that they suck. So I feel like you guys are going to turn around. You'll be okay, be middle of the road probably. Maybe not win the Super Bowl, but no big deal. Ups and downs, ebbs and flows.
There's always next year.
All right, anything you want to add in here before we wrap up? Did we crown our listener of the week yet? No, we still got to get that in.
We still got to do that. We got to wrap this thing up. We got the game coming up in 10 minutes.
Okay, we're on the clock. This week's listener of the week, we're going to give the Bonesaw. Congrats, Bonesaw.
Oh, I thought I was getting it.
Bonesaw, you get listener of the week for letting Mikey Jeets get his first W. So congrats to you. Honorable mention to you, Jeets. I would give this to you, but you're not a listener. You're talking on
That's true.
So honorable
That's
mention to
point.
you for notching your first W. Congrats on that.
I do play it the next day through just to make sure I didn't make any crazy mistakes.
All right, guys, I'm going to hit the post-production button here. I'm going to get to work so we can pump this thing out. Thanks for tuning in this week. Everybody have a good week, good weekends.
Yeah, let's go Yankees, whether that means Thursday in Cleveland or 2018 spring training. Have fun, guys.
I live in a city people wanna move into. I do all the things that people say they wanna do. But when the songs that we write don't shake the college student loans, everybody in town wants to move back home. Dark in the city, dark in the city, yeah, but there's a light.